Hello everyone and welcome to our 1 year on YouTube birthday extravaganza! 1 year ago, I started posting Momming with Migraine videos on YouTube. A lot has changed in that year. In my first year on YouTube, I managed to get monetized. I managed to kick the tripod in almost every single video. I have over 25.2 thousand subscribers and have earned 1,724,367 views. I also survived a heck of a childbirth. And yeah, it's a lot of changes, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Obviously, this year has been life-changing in all the best ways. In this video, we're doing a month-by-month look. I'm mostly going to focus on subscribers and views, but I'm also going to let you know a little bit about the strategy of what I was doing at each of these points in history and other fun, random things about the channel that happen to pop into my head as I go. I said it at the end. Oh yeah, time for a new diaper, huh? I said it at the end, but I'll say it again now too. I do really love talking about YouTube, the behind the scenes stuff, and giving you my YouTube tips. So please let me know what else you guys want to know about like the channel and being a YouTuber. Because I know it's like a little bit weird. It's a little bit of a weird job. So let's dive right into my analytics. I hope that you guys enjoy the story of the first year of Momming with Migraine. Also, I started this video with wet hair, so you're going to watch it dry to frizzy and then eventually to this over the course of the video. Yes, I filmed the intro at the end. As of right this second when I'm filming this video, my channel has 25,212 subscribers, 25,213 subscribers, and it has earned 1,724,367 views. Over 500,000 of those views are people watching me faint. My first upload was in April of 2020. At the time, I had 11 mighty subscribers. I had started my Instagram about 4 months prior, and I had posted one video on the channel in January that was completely unrelated to Momming with Migraine. So somehow between the two of those, I did start out with some subscribers. I had 11. My very first video went up on April 3rd of 2020. It was the unexpected benefits of having a service dog, and it earned 12 views on the day that it was uploaded, which is actually a lot for the first day of your first video on YouTube. That one has got to be traffic straight from Instagram. And by the way, I didn't have more than a couple hundred subscribers on Instagram at that point either. I managed to earn myself an additional 32 subscribers in the month of April 2020. And I finally got to my first 100 on May 31st, which is 2 months after I started on YouTube. At that point, I started keeping this calendar so I could mark down every time that I reached another 100 subscriber milestone. So let's go back all the way to April. After it took 2 months to get my first 100 subscribers, it took 3 weeks to get my second 100 and 4 days to get my third 100. I ended the month of June on June 30th with 350 subscribers. 350 subscribers is a lot for only 3 months on YouTube. I'm gonna quickly switch my attention to what happened with views in those first 3 months. It looks like I wasn't writing them down in here, but a few days later, on July 2nd, I got to 10,000 total channel views. Let's take a look at how many of those views were in each month. In April, my very first month on YouTube, my channel earned me 749 views. In May, which is my second month on YouTube, I got 2.3 thousand views and 56 new subscribers. So that was a huge increase from 749 views and 32 gained subscribers in April. In June, the channel earned 6.7 thousand views and an additional 259 subscribers. And that brought my channel totals to 350 subscribers and just about 10,000 total channel views. In July of 2020, I kept increasing in subscribers at about that same pace. I was getting another 100 roughly every 2 weeks. July 4th is the day that I got to 400 subscribers. July 16th, I got to 500 subscribers. July 30th, I got to 600 subscribers. I started the month with just under 10,000 total channel views, and I ended the month with over 15,000 channel views. The channel was growing a lot and it was growing fast, but it wasn't quite as exponential as it was in those very beginning months. By the way, our daughter that you guys see all the time, she was conceived the weekend of my very first upload, and I believe that the bump I saw in the middle of June was from announcing that I was pregnant. Unfortunately, from that point until about August or September, my channel was on a downward trend in terms of how much it was growing. It was still growing, it was just growing less quickly. So I forget what month we're on now. I think like August? No, we're on October. If you're new here, this is kind of my thing. I just forget everything. It's my thing. End of August, the 29th, I got to 25,000 channel views, and the 31st, I got to 800 subscribers. So that's 5 complete months on YouTube. Beginning of April to end of August. Much more interesting is the first 6 months on YouTube. September, big month. September was the month that I got to 1,000 subscribers, which is the number of subscribers that you're required to have to be monetized. The 6-month mark on YouTube has satisfying round numbers as well. So by the end of September of 2020, I had gotten to 40,000 channel views and over 1,000 subscribers. My 1,000 subscriber day was September 23rd, so that would have been just about a week and a half before my official 6 months on YouTube. September is not the month that I got monetized though. You need to have 1,000 subscribers, but you also need to have 4,000 watch hours. And at that point, I think I only had about 2,400 watch hours. Moving on, October, the month I got monetized. In the month of October, I gained another 400 subscribers, which is insane. I finished off the month with 55,000 total channel views, and I have no idea what day I got to my 4,000 watch hours because I never wrote it down. Oh, you know what? It's on here. It's the first day that I made money. Where are we? October 18th was the first time that I have revenue on my account, and October 19th was the very first day that my channel was monetized, and I earned $1.36. She's officially a working woman. So then, it was Buddy's 3rd birthday. Heck yeah. But also, I started having like crazy contractions at 33 weeks pregnant. Oh. Rough month to be Jen. I ended November very burned out. Let me change this on my computer really fast again. 31, 20. For literally months, I had been gaining anywhere from -1, literally, to 15 subscribers per day. And then suddenly in November, when I'm like this big, I'm turning into a whale and I'm getting a bunch of contractions, boom, the channel starts growing again. I got another big bump. And then suddenly, something insane happened. I went a little bit viral. Let me know in the comments below how many views you guys think counts as going viral. But in November, my channel earned 25,000 views, and in December, my channel earned 900,000 views. 25,000, 900,000. Something happened in December. And you know what else happened in December? Birth! I gained 500 subscribers in November, and I gained almost 16,000 in December. 500, almost 16,000. We're like on different orders of magnitude here. When you get started on YouTube, everybody warns you that it's going to be slow and steady growth, that you really need to be patient and you're not going to make money anytime soon. And that's fine. I was totally prepared for that. Like, that's why I did it when I was pregnant, and I wasn't planning on having a job anyway. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to make any kind of money on here that was substantial for a couple of years. I thought my job was literally going to be a stay-at-home mom, and I wasn't going to have any income until later. So December changed my life. You guys know that it changed my life in terms of having the baby, but what you don't know is that it also changed my life in terms of financially contributing. At this point in time, I prefer not to share exactly how much money I have made on YouTube, but I am willing to share that it's enough that it's very helpful. It's not at the level of the job that I had before, and it's not enough that I would consider it a full-time job, but it's enough that I have noticed the impact on my life, just to address the money thing. So let's talk about what happened in December. In December, one of my videos took off. It's the one where I was preparing to faint. For full disclosure, this was planned. This whole thing was planned. You guys know I'm a nerd. I came into this with a big strategy, and my strategy was binge-worthy content, videos that lead into each other. So a viewer would have multiple videos of the same interest, and they'd be able to binge my channel a little bit, and then they would want to subscribe. Because people don't want to subscribe to your channel until they've seen like 7 videos or something like that. So when I made my channel, that was the plan. and I've been looking back at my keywords and what has actually been driving traffic to my channel. And I've been using those analytics to make other videos that match those keywords so that those also rank in search, so that the people who are finding one or the other of those two videos will now go and click on the other one if that one gets suggested. When I made that preparing to faint video, I made it because I had already made a video about POTS, so people were wondering about the impact that POTS has on my life, so it's connected to that video. People were really loving my raw footage of a migraine video and getting a lot of benefit from that, so it was another raw footage video. So mash those two together and you end up with the perfect video to funnel new people to that. Plus, at the time, one of my top ranking search things was fainting. So like this whole thing, full circle, all very planned out. And it took until December for this preparing to faint video to get picked up by YouTube. Hold on, let me look at, when did I actually post that video? Posted that on August 21st. So it actually took a couple of months for that to blow up. I anticipated that if something like that happened, it would be due to ranking in search, not due to being a suggested video. But that's not how it actually played out in real life. What happened to me in December is somebody else who has a somewhat large channel has a video that's very similar to this video. YouTube started suggesting my video at the end of their video, and it was having a crazy high click-through rate. Something like 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 people who watched that video went on to click on my video. And that video of mine has a really high retention rate, meaning that the audience stays on the video for a very long time because they're sitting there waiting for me to faint. And they're also just like really loving Buddy, and then they're concerned because I'm eating chips. You cannot be on YouTube without getting in trouble for everything. Guys, last week I got a mean comment about my hat was too thick. I look silly wearing a thick hat indoors. Isn't that great? The very last day of November, I had 80,000 channel views and under 2,000 subscribers. I got to 10,000 subscribers by the 15th and 500,000 channel views by the 16th. The baby was born on the 20th, so I stopped writing anything down after that. 500,000 channel views on the 16th is actually the very last thing that I wrote down in here. But we have the internet. Here we go. By the end of 2020, which is 8 full months posting on YouTube, my channel had 981.7 thousand views and 17.3 thousand subscribers. I was gaining anywhere from 100 to 200 subscribers per day and earning anywhere from 5,000 to 20,000 views per day. But at my peak, I was gaining almost 100,000 views per day. Over the last 3 months posting on YouTube in 2021, things have been pretty stable. For views, I'm getting anywhere between 3,000 and 16 or 17,000 views per day, but it usually hovers around 7 to 11,000. Subscriber gain has been really variable too. Things were going better and better, and that's why I added the second upload per week with the Q&As. But unfortunately now my gain has been getting worse and worse, so I think I'm gonna stop posting the Q&As and go back to just once per week so I can focus more on making sure that I'm getting good keywords for my channel and spending more time on things like thumbnail description and tags. 2 a week is just a little bit too much with the baby, and we're running into a little bit of a quantity-quality problem. That's the way I see it. I think I'll see my growth pick up again if I go down to once per week, and I really try to hammer out the fine details well on those videos. It was totally my intention to tell you guys about my logo today and answer some of your questions, but you guys, this video is already really, really long. So here's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm gonna actually do those things justice. This is exactly what I was talking about. I could bust it out right now and talk and talk and talk and then get this video up tomorrow, but it'll be kind of a hodgepodge. It'll be a little bit messy. I wanna make sure that those parts of the video are done well. But I have to end this the same way that I began it, with a big thank you to you guys. I can't believe that it's my job to talk to you, and I can't believe that you guys have been hanging out with me and just so supportive and friendly. I mean, all of this has been completely life-changing. This has been fun in ways that I can't describe. There have certainly been hard times too. I'm gonna keep making videos for you, and I'm gonna keep telling you about this. One last tangent before we call it a day. I've only been on YouTube in quarantine, so I haven't gotten to talk to a lot of people about what it's like to be on YouTube. I'm itching to talk about this. So if there's particular stuff that you want to know, please let me know in the comments. If this is a direction that you guys are down for my channel to go in, then it's something that I would actually be really stoked to do. But I don't want to do it if you guys aren't down. I think I just switched sides for no reason. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you guys. Love you. I'm honored and I'm speechless, and I will see you next time, and I don't know what I'm gonna... Ending YouTube videos is so awkward. Don't forget to subscribe.